It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on SABC3. Our Medical Tuesday topic for the day is colds and flus, and we've got Dr. Darren Green here ready to take your calls. In fact, we've got a call on the line right now. Shaida from Mafikeng, how are you and what is your question?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
Excellent, excellent. All right. Are you okay? You're sounding a bit groggy there.
Yeah, sitting with a cough that doesn't want to leave me.
Okay. Well, let's hope that the doctor can help you. What's your question?
Thank you. I had a flu about a month and a half ago, but this cough just doesn't want to leave me. So I'm coughing, and I'm coughing a lot of flames up. And I'm actually getting nauseous coughing. You know, that it's really bugging me. So I'd like to know what is the problem.
All right, sure. Thank you very much, Shaida.
So very much, a problem that many people have in winter is they take antibiotics for bacterial infections. When they have influenza, which is a viral infection, it normally lasts about 7 to 10 days until they're completely well. But then the persistent cough. And the persistent cough normally can go up to 2 to 3 weeks. It's called post-infective bronchitis. So because of the inflammation of the airway, the trachea, the main bronchi, etc., you have impaired movement of the fine hairs that line the airway that move the mucus along. They find what they call cilia, mucociliary hairs. And what happens is that becomes impaired when you have an inflammation of the airway. And then the mucus itself becomes thick. So you don't get rid of it, it stays there. And in children, it's even worse. So what Shahida needs to do, obviously, is look at treating the post-infective bronchitis, likely with a bit of a suppressant for the inflammation of the airway. And often they use a corticosteroid pump or inhaler with that. And then along with that, obviously, she needs to limit her time to cold air because the airways are hyperreactive and hypersensitive. And then also exercise is very important. Not to exercise, obviously, after the viral infection when your airway is still so irritated.
Giving your body the time to recover.
100%,
All right. Well, from the northwest, we go over to Gauteng. Gary in Johannesburg, what is your question? Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. I'm hoping you can help me. I'm in the throes of a cold or flu at the moment, and I usually just get the over-the-counter flu fizzies and things like that. Now, the actual question relates to my wife. Is because I've just had flu. The chances of her getting flu are very, very good. And in January, she had an operation and ended up with a blood clot in her leg. So she's taking warfarin blood thinners. What is the best way to move forward with regards to preventing the flu for her?
All right, thank you. Great question.
Sure. So his wife obviously had a blood clot. She's on a blood thinner to prevent further clotting of the blood. The transfer of the virus, the flu virus itself, would still adhere to those principles of spreading via droplet spread, sharing utensils, washing your hands, coughing, sneezing in those areas. Obviously, what lowers your immunity and allows the virus to multiply and then cause infection is your own immune system and how long it takes to recognize the threat and kill it. So in this case, obviously, she needs to maintain her immune system, and that would be through eating properly, through sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours a night, and then obviously keeping well hydrated, etc., and then limit her exposure to him. So no heavy kissing for him, I'm afraid.
Those are the doctor's orders. You had them there. Thank you very much for those questions, Gary, and we'll continue our chat a bit later on. So give us those calls, 083-913-3728. Later on, I want to find out from Dr. Darren Green if he has an old omarat. We've heard of like garlic and chili and all this mixed in lemon juice. But in fact, Bailey, do you have one, a little cure that you usually use for the flu season?